Madden. Talk is talk. Talk is cheap. I talk cause I walk the walk when I run the streets. I pay my dues. True OG. Say what you say, never to my face. Nigga, you know me. Talk is talk. Talk is cheap. I talk cause I walk the walk when I run the streets. I pay my dues. True OG. Say what you say, never to my face. Nigga, you know me.
Yo, what's good? This your boy Hail Mary. This Talk Podcast. But I don't know why I feel like I ain't been in here.
Yeah, it's your boy C, man. Hey, man, when you set boundaries with people, they think you hating.
Yeah, it's your boy Noah, man. You already know how I'm coming, man. Subscribe to the YouTube, man. Talk Podcast 864. Hit the subscribe and like button right now. Let's get it.
Let me say this right quick. We got a 5-star review.
Got another one?
Yeah, I didn't get the.
It's a couple you didn't read, ain't it?
Nah. It's I think I've been staying pretty up to date with it, but it's one I had missed because I wasn't here.
Okay.
But it's kind of long. Okay, this from Trendsetter. Title of it, Kings. I am a true believer in giving credit when credit is due, and you kings deserve your credit. Your podcast is not only informative, but extremely entertaining. I love the variety of guests that appear on the show each week and the authentic topics, whether it's politics, news in the social media world, religion, health, or local things going on. I can always count on you guys to keep it 100. I especially love the free game I gain from male perspective. Female. But what keeps me coming back again and again is the magic between the three of you. You all complement each other very well and make a phenomenal team. Keep up the good work. Keep entertaining us. The world needs you.
I tell you,
Right.
yeah, I tell you all the time, man.
Appreciate
Niggas too fake in the world and need us.
But I can remember when we couldn't read that fluent on the show.
Yeah, shout out Trendsetter, man.
Trendsetter, we gonna double up on you, Trendsetter.
Yeah, keep
I
that
respect
coming.
the love for sure.
Y'all follow her lead though and keep them coming though, because that do mean something to the algorithm.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like I said, keep doing that, man. You gotta learn how to support a podcast, man. And like I said, whatever you do, learn how to support whoever you're gonna support. You know what I mean? That's key. You know what I'm saying? And what she did was very key. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. In the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
It don't cost you a dime either.
It really don't.
We got us a guest. Like she said, we have a variety of guests. We got another one for her.
Got another one for her. You know what I mean?
Tell them who you is.
Man, my name is Bill Gibson, but I'm also known as Dollar Bill. Some people call me Gip. They call me Big Gip. But I go by Bill Gibson.
Okay.
Dollar Bill.
Plain old Bill.
Dollar Bill, how you get a name like that? Some money behind that name.
Man, that name, that dude named Blue Jones gave me that name, man. I probably was about 13, 14. And I'm from Greenville down here on White House Road, KP. And me and Blue a little older than me, but Blue used to be my transportation. And, just always at $1, man. You know what I'm saying? And my name was Bill, so I guess.
Okay,
you know
okay. I like it.
And, yeah. It stuck. I tried to live up to it, you know.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, Big, so you put down by White Horse Road. Well, like, we all from White Horse Road area. And, like, when I tell people who ain't from here, I be like this, yeah, man, I'm down by White Horse Road area. They say that's the rough part of, you know what I'm saying, of town. But I don't feel it.
You from there?
Yeah, not compared to it. Yeah, we was the suburbs when I was a kid. Kennedy Park, that was the suburbs. Kennedy Park, Pine Hill, Bell Mead. That was suburbs.
Yeah, your people had jobs.
Our people had jobs. We was hardworking people. We wasn't like Sterling or West Greenville.
Right. We thought we was a little bit like you said, suburbs.
Look preppy, you know what I'm saying? We
real.
wore Oxford shirts and penny loafers, you know what I'm saying?
But once you got old, you realize your people just had jobs.
That's what it was.
That's all it was.
That's all it was.
I always say this about like somewhere them kids fucked up. Them good parents, kids fucked up kids in Parker Bill meeting it. They fucked the era. I mean, what it's supposed to be up.
Yeah, I'm contribute to that.
Oh, you helped that old dollar
I
bill.
help create and perpetuate that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We didn't know. You know, we didn't even know that we was in the suburbs and we had great parents, and they was trying to tell us something different, but we was trying to emulate what we was seeing on Broad Street and Sterling and them areas and Anderson Road would vote Anderson Road, but and so we didn't know.
Yeah, and like I said, great parent. Like you say, your mother, Lottie.
Yes.
Lottie Gibson.
Yes.
Like I said, she got the Phoenix Center. They named that after her, right?
The detox part of the Phoenix Center they did. She was a big advocate for substance abuse treatment. And long story short, that kind of came about through her own personal experience with her kids. I am her oldest son. And, struggled with addiction. And, that was kind of the way that she got into it. She always was a advocate for the community. And when she was elected to county council, substance abuse treatment was like her forte.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why they named the Phoenix Center after her.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really
That's that substance abuse. That's I'm talking about the treatment for it.
Right.
That's a big deal now.
That's a very big deal now. I mean, it ain't like the crack cocaine epidemic, during the crack
because they just let y'all
locked your ass up.
Right.
The remedy for the crack cocaine epidemic was incarceration. And, we see what mass incarceration was, but now you got a different demographic of the community that's dealing with this opioid epidemic. And
white folks
dealing with it. You know what I mean? So
right.
we're going to get them some treatment, and they got new drugs, Suboxone out. They got Narcan. It's, a total different approach than it was to the crack cocaine epidemic, because I'm somebody that was in the crack cocaine epidemic.
Right.
I don't know how old y'all is, but I'm quite sure y'all witnessed it.
We seen it.
Yeah, it's a total different approach, man. A lot of money.
Yes, a lot of money.
Yeah,
a lot of money there. Yeah.
But like you said, it is what it is. But I can see it being some money on the other side of that thing too. Cause like you said, the crack cocaine epidemic, didn't nobody make no money but the state, the private jail, stuff like that.
Yes.
But now, since they, all invested in it.
Yeah.
We gotta get in and get some of that
They got a second chance.
Yeah.
Well, my organization, the C.A.R.R.S Project, C.A.R.R.S, C-A.R.R.S is an acronym for Community Addiction Recovery and Reentry Services. We are what they call a harm reduction service provider. And that's somebody that distributes Narcan. Narcan is the drug that reverses opioid overdoses. You probably seen it before they give it, and it's a nasal spray.
Yeah.
And, so we're a part of that. A lot of the money that's being directed toward harm reduction services is coming out of DAODAS. That's the State Drug and Alcohol Commission. And you got a lot of agencies that's been created, trying to deal with the opioid epidemic. We doing all right. We get Narcan, but we ain't really got no real money out of it, But that's like everything else, man. It's just disproportionate resources for poor minority communities, and that's something that we do at the C.A.R.R.S Project, trying to serve underserved communities.
Okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't always like that.
It wasn't always like that.
No, it wasn't always.
And that's why, like I said, we were talking earlier.
Yeah.
Like I said on what I think Facebook, it say life after the game.
Yeah.
With you, man, I wouldn't mind starting, like say, living in the game, and let's go all the way up to life. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, man, like I say, born and raised Kennedy Park. I'm gonna say I probably stepped off the porch at about 9. The first trouble that I ever had, I was in the 5th grade. I actually was going to Christ Church Episcopal School, 1968. Me and a girl named Denise Peters and a boy named Mordecai Johnson, we integrated Christ Church Episcopal School. And I was in the 5th grade at Christ Church. I had started smoking weed at 9. And
damn.
Yeah, man, sold a boy from a very prominent family, white boy, a couple of joints. They got caught with him.
Yeah.
Totally automatic, and got suspended from Christ Church Episcopal School in the 5th grade. I think me and that guy, Rob Mirando. I don't know what Rob Mirando is now.
Shout out, Rob.
Shout out to Rob, man. Rob probably was a hippie and everything, but got suspended, man. Had always been, you know, for some reason, even though I had great parents, my dad was a doctor, Dr. Gibson. I don't know, he might have pulled y'all teeth on Broad Street, and long time Greenville dentist. Mama, she was an educator. Yeah. I was always more fascinated with the game, man. You know, an old player, and he don't mind me calling his name now because he done squared up. He 87 years old, man. Shout out to Ralph Sullivan, man. Big Ralph. Shout out to Ralph Sullivan, man. He just like an uncle, godfather to me. You know what I'm saying? He stayed right up the street from me. So even though my dad always had nice Cadillacs, Ralph always had flyer Cadillacs. You know, he had the diamond in the back and the sunroof top. You know what I'm saying? And the big hats and stuff. And I was just attracted to the game, man. You know, in retrospect, you know, I can see that's what it was. And started smoking weed, man. You know, back then, you know, you buy your nickel bag and roll your 6-7 joints and sell 5 of them, smoke 2, and, you know, keep it going. Yeah. And got the, you know, panhandling with that, you know, petty thievery back then. We used to break in cars and stuff like that. Just kept getting in trouble, man, and, you know, kept, you know, progressing in the game. By the time I was 13, I had what they called DJJ. Now, back then it was DYS. Went to Lil R&E. 15, I went to John G. You know, John G, man, for me really wasn't nothing but school. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Criminality. That's all it was, you know. And in retrospect, I can look back and say when I got out of John G at the age of 16, man, I was dedicated to the game. I didn't want to be nothing but a player. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be nothing but a player because you down there with them old boys out of Charleston, Columbia, and, you know, and they popping, and, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I want to be something too. Yeah. And, you know, by this time, cocaine was it was coming a little more present in the community, because before that, cocaine was like rich folk, white folk stuff. You know what I mean? We didn't. Right. I had never seen no cocaine till I was like 16 years old, and back then, man, White House Road was on fire. JJJ, Stowe, all that whole area right there. You know what I'm saying? Was on fire, and so, you know, like a lot of cats from my era, man. You know, we got the, you know, dipping and dabbing. You know, we get us an old 30 piece of coke and put a one on it. You know what I'm saying? And take us a 1-on-1 and try to sell the rest and keep it going. But what we didn't know was that we was addicts. We didn't know that we was developing into addiction because it was player shit. You know, you know, people like Ralph and, you know, that crew, and William Workman, Larry Workman, these just old dudes out of my community, man, that was real players back then. You know, you were just trying to emulate what you saw. Went to John G, man, did a year, got out of John G, 17, was going to Southside High School, got incarcerated, got a 1-6, went back down the road, did a year in jail. Every time I came out of jail, man, 2 things always progressed: my criminality and my addiction. You know, but at the time we thought it was player shit, and hanging down here at the Garners, Black Diamond, Dazzlers, you know, just hanging out thinking we having fun, and tennis shoe pimping, man. That's what I call it. Yeah, tennis shoe pimping. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can get your room down here at the Kings Court Motel. It ain't even here no more, for $20, and, you know, you got your 20 piece of cocaine, and you got your one of them $25 rental cars from Rogers. Oh man, you balling, you know. And that progressed, man. Start robbing. Got knocked off in Georgia, caught a robbery beef down there, caught 15 years. Did 3 years on the 15 years down in Georgia. Came out, went out for 4 months, man. Ended up back in the penitentiary with a 20-year bid. My early life, man, from probably the age of 15 to 38, I was locked up about from 78 to 2001. I was locked up 18 years. And every time I got out, it was just skit bits of, you know, criminality and fumbling around and this, that, and another. I left out a major part of my story, man. 1987, when I got out of Georgia State Penitentiary, crack cocaine that hit Greenville.
Right.
And, you know, we smoking them juice joints, you know, we thinking it's all fun, but man, in 3 months, man, I was dope fiend, you know, I was a crackhead.
Yeah.
And, went back to jail, and in 4 months, I was back in the penitentiary, had the 20-year bid, did 5.5 years, came back out here. Whole time I was in jail. Back then, man, jail was like this here. You know what I mean? You could just pretty much do everything in jail that you was doing on the street.
Okay.
If you wanted to shoot dope, smoke crack, sniff cocaine, you know, addiction was progressing for a lot of dudes back there in them 80s and them 90s. And when we got out of jail, man, we was dope fiends. You know, that's just what it was. Stayed out 9 months, man. Revoked my parole. You know, I'm killing my mother. You know, by this time, my father, he was always a stern man. He told me when I was 17, he said, if you go back to jail, I'm not coming to see you, help you, don't call me. And I would have to say he is a man of his word. And he
man of his word.
Well, I was expecting to say that. Yeah, okay.
Hey, man, look.
Wait on told you.
Hey, man, look at man. I was at Pyramid Correctional Institution. My dad was the national chairman of the board of the NAACP, and the NAACP image award was on. He was giving out award to Michael Jackson. I was over there playing cards, skinning, trying to get me some money. And dude like, there was your dad on TV. But I was so out of touch, man. That, you know, the light bulb wasn't on, man. You know, I was just trapped. You understand what I'm saying? And I didn't understand the significance of it all in, but got out, man, stayed out 9 months, man, went right back to jail, 94, got back out 2001. In 1998, I quit getting high. I was at McCormick Correctional Institution, went in F1, room 151, A side, hit that crack, crushed that can up, and I say, I'm through. I'm over with. That same day, man, I had 2 packs of cigarettes. And I went, you know, back then, you know, cigarettes was money. They had took money off the yard. So my usual routine was get up in the morning with 2 packs of cigarettes. A joint costs 2, so me and somebody going to go in on a joint. Right. And then I'm going to take 1 pack and I'm going to go to the card room and I'm going to try to skin, play poker, something, make, you know, and come up.
Make $1.
Yeah, man. Went to the card room that morning with them 2 packs of cigarettes, ran them up to about 5 cartons of cigarettes, quit gambling that same day. I used to smoke cigarettes, drink, shoot, sniff, smoke, all that shit.
Right.
And quit and start hustling immediately in the jail because by this time, all my ambition is surrounded around criminality. I'm going to give me some money out of this shit.
Right.
Because I'm like, man, look, you done been in jail over half of your life at that time. And started hustling back there, man. Got out the penitentiary 2001. Came out here, you know what I mean? It ain't nothing that I'm proud of, but, you know, dove head first into it.
Yeah.
The rest is history. You understand what I'm saying? You know, and made my mark in that. Had a hell of a run, 14-year run. Had clubs, car lots, clothing stores, just crazy money, man. You know, y'all might have Dollar Bill. That was my club down on White House Road. I don't know if y'all ever went to the Dollar Bill.
Yeah, I went to Dollar Bill.
I've been Dollar Bill.
Okay, that was my spot.
Yeah, okay,
nice spot. You know what I mean?
Well,
and,
where was it at? I can't.
Well, you know what Bobby T's was?
Oh yeah, okay, right
the 4 Bobby T's.
Okay,
Dollar Bill.
Okay, yeah.
How you missed the Dollar Bill?
He probably did. He probably went down.
You don't remember?
Yeah. But anyhow, man, you know, was doing my thing, man. In 2014, man, got knocked off, got a federal indictment, played out in 10 years. But a couple years before that, man, you know, really it was like I wanted to get out the game.
Okay.
I wanted, but the work was the job was the pay was so great. First of all,
yeah.
Cause by this time, you know, I'm at one time, boy, if you got some cocaine in Greenville in that era right there, boy, if you was on this side of town, you had to see me or see somebody that had to see me. You know what I mean? What I'm saying? That's just what it was. I don't say that to glamorize or glorify myself, but you know, I can say that now because I play against the all known and unknown drug offenses. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that's nothing that can be held against me. But just couldn't quit, man.
Yeah.
I was just addicted to the game, man, just like I was addicted to cocaine and crack, and was addicted to the game, man. Probably about a couple years. By this time, I done got married. I had a son. I had two stepdaughters, but I didn't have no biological child. I had a son, and my stepdaughters, on to me, not minimize the value that they had to my life. My baby girl, that's really who motivated me to change in a big way, because when I went back to jail in 94, I met her while I was in jail, got out with all these promises, flopped, you know what I mean, flopped. And when I got back in the penitentiary, one of the main things that was always on my mind, it was like, boy, you let that little girl down.
Yeah.
You let that little girl down. So that was my number one motivation. Shout out to my daughter, Samantha Smith. I love you, baby. And she was my first motivation to be somebody. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so 2014, my son, man, he 11 years old, man. I've been in this life his whole life, and I caught this federal indictment, and I copped to the 10.
Okay.
But when I was in Spartanburg County Detention in detention, man, I was already formulating what I wanted to do with my life. I started looking at what had my life been about. My life had been all about drugs, prison, recovery, and reentry. And I was like, what's the flip side of all that? Recovery and reentry.
Reentry, yeah.
So I was like, I got an aptitude for that, because by this time also I'm leaving out a lot of the story. I done been to 5 or 6 drug treatment centers. My mama, she always was trying to save me. Miss my mama. My mama was, everybody know Lottie Gibson, but all what y'all seen about Lottie Gibson all started with her advocating for her children. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the catalyst for all her activism. You understand what I'm saying? And so yeah, man, I started developing my program while I was in Spartanburg Detention Center. Long story short, man, I ended up at Butner Federal Prison, medium federal FCI. Met an old friend of mine, man. He had been down about 21 years, cat out of Columbia. Napoleon Goodson, Polo, good friend of mine. And he was already developing programs back there. And he put me up on game, man, and I started working on what is now known as the C.A.R.S Project, Community Addiction Recovery and Reentry Services. And the C.A.R.S Project primary objective is just right here, to build a addiction recovery and reentry infrastructure in underserved communities.
Okay.
We on Green Avenue. We right across from where the coffee pot used to be. Yeah. And that's intentional, because what I realized is that down here at these motels on Augusta over off Green Avenue, what used to be Sterling, it may seem like a small thing to me and you, but for dope fiends and dudes getting out of jail that ain't got no money, that's trapped here, accessibility to services is a problem, So what I wanted to do is I wanted to nest my program in an environment, man, that was underserved, and that was a godsend there. How we got that building there, it was because that was the Narcotics Anonymous clubhouse for 17 years prior to us getting it. But yeah, man, developed the program back there, worked on it for 7.5 years, got to the halfway house in January 21. Actually, got out the halfway house July 21. For 6 months, I worked at the building you're talking about. And I really did that as a tribute to my mother. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because this is what you got to understand about me. I'm looking at things in retrospect. And I'm like, my mom, she dead, but boy, she done left me a job. She been taking care of me all her life.
Yeah.
She in depth, she's still taking care of me.
She's
still taking care of me. And it was twofold why I wanted to work there. The recovery part of the game, I got that down pat. I got it on cap. That's 7.5 years of just, drilling myself with it. I got it on cap. But the business, I didn't understand the business of recovery, what we was talking about earlier when we started about, the influence of the opioid epidemic and the way that, authorities are dealing with it. Now, I didn't understand that. So I worked there for 6 months, man, and like I said, it was a godsend. On my birthday, year and a half ago, went to a meeting over there because I am a person in long-term recovery also. Okay. And they said they didn't want the building no more. Said that the guy was going up on the rent, and they didn't want it. I was like, well, I'll take it. I had a plan for it that started in Spartanburg. And what we do now, man, is the C.A.R.S Project is located there. something else I had a thought about, but it really revealed itself to me when I got out here. Kids of incarcerated individuals and addicts got a higher degree of criminality, incarceration, addiction, and we started a mentoring program called the C.A.R.R.S Project. Life, L-I-F-E, is an acronym for Lessons in Finding Empowerment. And the initiative, I was like, well, everybody doing football, everybody doing basketball. We got a lot of programs like that. Let's teach these kids about financial literacy and entrepreneurship.
That's great right there.
Yeah, let's teach them how to get some money. Because what I realized is that cats like me, even though we always had the wrong product, we had a hell of an entrepreneurial skill set.
But that's where it developed.
Yeah.
It developed that, yeah.
Yes.
That's the silver lining in that epidemic.
Yeah.
That's the silver lining to my life. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, man, and so with that mindset of trying to transform that criminal element into a program of positive growth and development, we developed the C.A.R.R.S Project. And what it is, it's a financial literacy and entrepreneurship program. And we take all kids. We don't discriminate against, any sector of the kids, but we target kids from low-income communities because I understand that they disproportionately impacted by what's going on. All you got to do is look at what's going on now, right up the street here at Terry Shopping Center and that whole development. And they got $500,000 houses right there at the corner of Old Augusta Road now. The writing is on the wall what's about to happen down there at Piedmont, man. It's the same thing that happened in the city of Greenville. So what we do is, we just trying to prepare these kids. We bring them in, we give them the financial literacy curriculum, and then we got a T-shirt business. And the reason I chose it, the T-shirt business kind of dropped in my lap. Seen it on Facebook. A dude was selling equipment, called him, got it for a good price, and I was like, the kids got all the components of business, design, manufacturing, marketing, promoting, and selling. And what we did this summer in our summer program is that every other week we have a pop-up shop. And we let them sell, and everything they sell is their money. Okay. It ain't my money. So, that's in a nutshell the story of Bill Gibson. There's a lot of player shit happening now. You understand what I'm saying? Sometime I can, glamorize and glorify, but I'm so distant away from it now, man. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't even nothing glamorous and glorified about it to me no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to ask you about your the program you got with the kids. Okay, like you said, you in the low income area, impoverished. How is this being funded?
Cats just like me. I'm glad you asked that question, man. We don't so far. First of all, shout out to Jerry Blassingame with Soteria Community Development Corporation. They have actually filed our 501c3 paperwork a couple of weeks ago. So now we are an organization that can receive tax deductible donations. Up until 2 weeks ago, we were not like that. And my mindset was just like this here. Cats just like me that's been in the game, that's been able to transcend the game. When I got out of jail, I started soliciting my old partners, you know what I mean? Because a lot of them never went to the penitentiary. Me going to the penitentiary was a wake-up call for some of them. Yeah. They still doing pretty damn good out here. And all of the support, outside support, which I'm all in, the game was good to me, you know what I'm saying? So, I got to give back. Right. But all of our outside sponsorship, except for a few people, come from dudes that have had criminal justice interaction. A couple of them dealt with addiction. They're doing real good. Paveway Express, the fastest growing trucking company in the Southeast, is our number one sponsor. Golden Construction, Little Boy Toys Extreme, Sylvester Golden is one of our big sponsors. Right. Roville Auto and Body down here on the White House Road. Y'all might know Road, right behind the dollar bill. Yeah, he is a big supporter of us. Frank Lamar Henderson and Aunt Andre Harrison, two of my homeboys. They're my young homies, but they from behind JJJ, and they know me from everything. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, I call them and they cut the check. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So all of the sponsorship up until now, and people that just heard about our program, that say, hey, man, I got $500 for you, man. I got $100 for you. Man, we have people come by there and give us $8. I have dope fiends come by there and give me $4 because this is what you got to know about me. I've been in the streets all my life. Everybody know Bill Gibson.
Yeah.
I've been everything in these streets out here. I'm talking about I've been a villain. I've been a good guy. I've been all that shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man. You know, and so all of the sponsorship and support so far for the C.A.R.S and the Life Project, man, it has came from dudes that have had lived experience, and most of them have benefited from programs like the C.A.R.S and the Life Project. Right. Dudes that was young and their parents got caught up in the crack cocaine epidemic, and they understand the value of extracurricular activities. You know, we get a lot of good sponsorship from them, man, but it's been a blessing, man. You know what I mean? And, yeah.
Okay, so where I was going with this is, you know, that's how the program should be run, for the people, by the people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the concept.
But, you know, once you get this paperwork going and stuff, you know, the government act like they want to help you.
They will help you.
Okay.
Right. And that's my shortcoming.
Okay.
That's my shortcoming because it was like I was like a dude. I was like a hand-to-hand dude when I first got out here with this non-profit stuff. You know, like a dude just standing down there at the corner of JJ and Crestfield, White House and Crestfield. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He got about you know, just a few of them things. And he, you know, that's who I was. You know, I had a good idea, but I didn't understand the business of it.
Right.
And I was a little naive. And then this is another thing. All my chips on the table.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I'm all in. So I'm like, the dope game, I can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I can't do it. They don't put me in bad shape. You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't understand the business of it. But people like Jerry Blasingame, and for those who don't know, Jerry Blasingame is the founder and director of C.A.R.R.S Community Development Corporation, and they are a reentry program and an addiction recovery program. And he started out the dirt. Me and him actually was at McCormick Correctional Institution in like 96 and was jive talking about this, but he got out 99, hit the ground running, and the rest is history. I think they own like 25 properties now. They got like one of the biggest SCDC reentry programs going next to One Step. I think One Step is a lot bigger than them, but he's a good brother. He helping me learn the business of the nonprofit world. And yeah, man, we're going to be getting grants and all that type of stuff. And another reason why I didn't want to be burdened with the responsibility about the grants, because certain rules and regulations come
That's what I'm saying. See, when it's ran for the people, by the people, y'all y'all make all the calls.
Right.
But once you start taking their money,
yeah.
But some shit come with that.
Yeah.
Right. And the biggest drawback for me with that was the political involvement, because I kind of was political too, and I'm still political. And we got an organization we started called the Community Council for Progress, which deal with nothing but politics.
Okay.
And, you know, you can be nonpartisan as a 501c3 tax deductible organization, meaning that we can talk about voting, we can register voters, but we can't bag particular candidates or parties. Right. You know, and that was something I didn't want to be restricted on, you know, but we figuring out ways to get around that. Like I say, the Community Council for Progress is an organization that deal with that. I am a member of it, but it's not a 501c3, so we able to still, you know, be a part of
back in the party.
Yeah,
back
man. Back of these candidates, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
With the way you going, you know, working for the community, you know, and come from the stock you come from, have you ever thought about politics?
I do sometimes. I do. I do, but you know, that's a big one.
That's a big one.
That's a big one, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, at this stage of the game, for me, I think that I can be more effective in the nonprofit sphere.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, because you got, to me in South Carolina, I don't see nothing really happening significant for black folks politically. And the reason being, it's a numbers game. The South Carolina State House of Representatives got 88 Republicans and 36 Democrats. Democrats can't get nothing through. The South Carolina State Senate got 30 Republicans, 15 Democrats. You know, so it's a numbers game.
In a red state.
It's a red state. So politically, I don't really see. And then, in my opinion, you know, the elected officials that we got, and I hate to, you know, call them out sometime because, like Miss Lillian Brock Freeman, she was my 9th grade math teacher over here at Southside High School.
Right.
But when we look at the city of Greenville and we look at representation that's been there 40 years, and we see we from Greenville, y'all old enough to remember the culture, black culture. Ain't no more culture.
It's gone. No, ain't no more culture.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's over.
Yeah, it's gone, man. So, you know, and that's the trend. And, you know, even down here in 25 with Fan, you know, Fan ain't doing that. You know what I mean? He ain't doing that. He ain't. Fan.
That's real, though.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah,
my mama was 25 county councilwoman for 24 years, man. And I got people every week call me and say, boy, I need your mama to, you know, because the stuff that's affecting our community, drugs, incarceration, mental health. We got a major mental health crisis going on down here in all over Greenville. But
because they're taking their homes. It's driving them crazy.
It's driving them crazy.
Yeah, it's driving them crazy.
These are not things that present leadership is interested in advocating for, and maybe don't even know how to advocate for. You know what I mean? So I don't really see us being politically empowered. So that's one of the reasons that, you know, we started the Community Council for Progress, a grassroots organization, and it's a collaborative of different organizations. My organization, the C.A.R.R.S Project, Post, Preserving Our Stolen Treasures, Rufus Jones Ministries, a couple more organizations that's involved in, you know, so we can have that organization, man, that deal with the politics of our community without restriction.
That's real.
Right, without okay. But you know, it's gonna get worse for it getting better in Green. Well, really, it's you know, it's a locomotive.
Yeah. That train.
We talk about this shit every week. Really,
Green was a machine, man.
Boy, it's a machine.
God damn, it's a machine, boy.
It's ugly, man.
It is, man. What do you see can be done about District 25 though?
What we trying to push for is empowering the people, and what I mean by that is this right here: affordable housing. The market is set.
Yeah,
the market is set. Okay, I mean, the price ain't coming down no time soon.
But it ain't coming down no time soon.
But the work is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? This is the price of the work right here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The work is what it is.
So we gotta prepare the people to be able to play the game.
Oh, okay.
One of the things that I see is we need, in my opinion, we need credit repair, credit building centers. We need financial literacy centers. The big thing that I'm seeing doing what we doing, even with kids with financial literacy, these kids ain't doing nothing but emulating what they see in the household. Yeah. That's why they think that the shit that don't mean nothing means something.
Right.
Economically. You understand what I'm saying? Entrepreneurial accelerator programs. What I mean by that is like these businesses, all these businesses we got in 25, we got to link them up. And the reason I use that as a great example, one of our primary sponsors, Paveway Express, was a trucking company that had 4 trucks. Youngster got involved with the Greenville Chamber of Commerce. They got a program called the MBA program, the Minority Business Accelerator Program. It's another beneficiary of it too. I saw Draco.
Okay,
was on here.
Draco was on here.
Okay. Draco and them company, his wife, Ebony, they were participating in the MBA program.
Okay.
I don't know the data from them, but I'm gonna give you an example of Paveway Express.
Okay.
Buddy got into the program with 4 trucks. 3 years later, Buddy got 40 trucks. Because the MBA program, the Minority Business Accelerator Program, it teaches you how to build infrastructure for your business.
Yeah.
Most of us as business, all them businesses I told you I had, the club, the car lot, the clothes store, the car wash, I was hustling
out of
backwards, really, because I didn't understand business infrastructure.
Yeah.
I didn't understand about loans and, you know, data and, you know, how to make these type of connections. And I think in 25, and especially with the displacement of black business, we know the first thing to go in gentrification is black businesses. Black businesses are the first thing to be displaced.
Yeah.
All of us old enough to remember Broad Street, Spring Street, Pendleton Street.
Yeah.
These were black business districts. Yeah. I ain't just talking about 1 or 2 businesses.
Yeah, Yeah, they line the street.
They line the street.
Yeah.
Whole line.
That's obsolete now. But, and we see it right over here at Terry Shopping Center, man. We just had 5 businesses was displaced over there when they came. They gave them people 45 days to get out from over there.
Yeah.
They gave them 45 days.
Yeah, and tore it down.
Crazy.
And tore it down, and they were displaced. I think a couple of them landed on their feet. I talked to Rick. I want to say they may be down here on White House Road by Terry Court. But, the displacement of black businesses can be minimized if we can have minority business accelerator programs in our communities. And then that way, we can have some equity in the community. If you ain't got no money, man, all of the equality shit we talking about.
Yeah. Don't mean nothing.
Don't mean nothing.
If you ain't got a dollar back it.
Don't mean nothing.
Yeah, because you need money to have any type of political power.
Yes.
Period.
So, man, that's what I think. I think minority business accelerator programs run 7 days a week. Let's get a building, open it up, run it 7 days a week, credit repair. Get these folks credit in good shape. They got a lot of home buying programs that people can get on, but we don't know nothing about them. Mm-hmm. Just since I've been home, I know a couple of people that's got in the program. They fulfilled all the obligations of the program, paid all the stuff, had stuff forgiven on their credit. Now they got homes in this economy.
That's great.
That's great in this in this market, So I think that's a big part of it. I think the economic empowerment of our community is the solution, and that's just the basic way that I see that we're gonna come out this thing any kind of way. Other than that, man, I see 25 being just like the city of Greenville.
Right here in a minute, yeah.
In a minute.
Right here in a minute, yeah.
Man, I left here in 14, man. Look here, when I came home, the most disturbing thing to me when I got to riding through Greenville, I'm like, God damn, where Washington Street at? Where the soccer side? And when I went to Sterling, I see they got $500,000 houses in Sterling.
Man, it's crazy, ain't it?
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, I see 25 like down my White Horse Road getting that way. They driving it down like over there where the hotels at and all that stuff. It's almost like they just pushed everybody out there. Not everybody, but all the Dolphins and all that.
That's
stuff.
what, yeah. That's what it was.
And they doing their part right now.
Yeah, they doing their part. Well, the city of Greenville, like Poe Mill, Triune Mercy Center, up by the Salvation Army, that was like the homeless transient population. And it still got a pretty strong homeless transient population up there. But, man, we got homeless encampments all around here. We serve these homeless encampments all up under them bridges and the woods over there. Over here behind the gym over here. All these woods, man. Yeah. And it's bad down here, man. It really is. It's real bad.
I'm going to tell you what you done brought some light to. We talking about how they push people out their homes, but the fact that they taking them black businesses and moving them on out the way too, that's but they replacing some of these black businesses with some of their immigrant business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
them black business, I'm gonna tell you the game, you know what I'm saying? Really you gotta be up on your paperwork and all that stuff because they coming in and they coming in with the codes, man.
Yeah.
And if you ain't up the codes, that's your first strike, you know what I'm saying, to get you out of there, you know what I'm saying? So,
but keep the goalposts even for everybody though.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like the goalposts, they change the goalposts, but you need, in order to make sure the goalposts even for everybody.
Yeah. But one criticism that I do got, man, we ain't figured out how to work together yet.
Oh no, we terrible at that.
We terrible, man. And these Hispanics, boy, look here, they done figured out the game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a prime example of something that I can't understand this for the world of me. Y'all might have seen this on the news maybe a month and a half ago. They got a Hispanic nonprofit organization that's it's kind of like a minority business accelerator program out on Wade Hampton. Did y'all see that?
I ain't seen it.
Okay, but it's a program, and what it do is it help Hispanic businesses with their paperwork. It tell them what the rules of the game is. It give them referrals. It like other people in their communities that want to partner up, they partnering up with them. How we ain't got one of them in 25?
God damn.
How we ain't got one of them in 25? We got all black elected officials down here.
And not having one really means we leaving money on the table.
It's on Wade Hampton Boulevard, man. I'm forced when we leave out, shoot it to you. But it's a Hispanic nonprofit, and what they do is they help Hispanic businesses accelerate, start, and get up and running.
I be seeing the Hispanics in the stores. You know what I'm saying? They have so much. They getting so much like what's just stuff that they don't even understand how to use the card that they got there.
Yeah,
they got money on this card. They don't even understand how to use it. You know what I'm saying? They got all kind of stuff. But with us not having nothing like that, we leaving a lot of money on the table.
Yo,
and see what you said. You know, I don't quite understand what the NBA is. I mean, I understand what you
check it out.
You know how you don't explain it, but it seems like right there, okay, like you saying with the Hispanic, that thing right there kind of force you to work together a little bit, you know, in order, to get some money in the end there. Yeah. So that might be what we need to get us to work together. I can work with Tony.
Yeah.
Even though I don't fool with Tony, but shit, the NBA brought me and Tony together.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Hispanics though, even though like I said, they working together, they putting on a master class.
They
put on a master class.
They taking over.
Hey, look, they started teaching us back when they was riding 8 deep in them Corollas. When they was eating collard green burritos in the break room. They was teaching you then, but we were laughing at them.
Bullshit.
Hey,
but we were laughing at them.
But we were laughing. We were playing. And we
master class.
Look, packed like Mexicans. We done made it a saying.
They made a joke out of it, but they were teaching you.
Yeah. Hey man, look here. I stay in Kennedy Park, man, and the house right next to me, a Hispanic dude bought it. It was a school teacher owned the house, but that's another story. And since I've been home, it's been about 5 different groups of Hispanics in there. Yeah. And after the second one, I was, able to see what was going on.
Right.
Because this is the common denominator of the whole scenario. When they get here, English ain't too good.
Yeah, yeah.
They may even be walking.
Yeah.
They may even walk up the street and catch the bus.
Yeah, yeah.
And or they got a regular ass car.
Yeah.
And then you see them, they start, hey, how you do? They can speak. They learn a little bit of English.
Yeah.
And then the car changed. Now they got another car. And then a few months later, they gone.
They gone. Yeah.
Another group come in.
Yeah.
Don't speak too good English. Transportation might not be all that. Yeah. Might be all of them riding in one car.
That's a starter home for them.
It's a starter home.
Are they building it up, though? Is they putting extra stuff on the house?
No. They just
pass through them.
Okay. No, that's what it is. It's just a transition house. Yeah. And it's a transition house for the Mexicans. And,
they living there and building a house somewhere else.
They putting on a master class, man.
They put on a master class.
Group economics.
Bill, I'm gonna ask you this: like when you ride down White Horse Road,
right?
You see Mexicans on every corner,
right?
Why we can't get them corners?
We don't know how to collaborate economically, and then like you say, they getting certain breaks that we ain't. They got certain money behind them that we ain't too. The cartel shit and all that shit is real,
right?
I mean, I'm not saying that this is as fluent as some people may make it out to be. But that shit is real, okay?
Yeah.
I used to deal with them. Them boy got crazy money.
Yeah, I believe it.
Them boy got money sitting up rotten. You know what I mean? I'm just from my own personal experience of the game, and just imagining what this shit looked like. Because these dudes I was fucking with, they wasn't all that, but they was handling crazy money. So yeah, they got a different resource.
Yeah.
And they got, the biggest thing to me they got is they know how to collaborate, man. Mm-hmm. They working together, man.
Because I say this right here, but like, I might ride down White Horse Road and I might, see a Hispanic person, sit on side of the road with a bucket of roses and flowers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I said this, it ain't nowhere near Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Why is he sitting over here with flowers? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
cool. He running at cards too.
Cool. Look at here. At the corner of Crestfield and Whitehorse, that's JJJ
Yeah.
It's a Mexican be out there now selling ISIS.
The fucking ISIS out there.
He's
that
selling
rainbow.
ISIS.
ISIS. I saw it. I see coconut. He got a little.
I done been home for damn near 3 years, and guess what? I ain't even thought all the work I put in on that block for nothing. Because I didn't really get no money at the corner of Whitehorse and Crestfield. I was, by the time I got there, all that was closed down.
Right.
But this is that's a microcosm of the Mexicans willingness to do what we want to do.
Right.
That's another thing you see. These Mexican girls with these safety things on, directing traffic.
Yeah.
Our girls ain't gonna do that.
No.
They gonna have that same vest on that zero turn too.
On that zero turn. Yeah, that same girl. You know what I mean?
But what, like I said, we see them on the corner doing all that, but the black people, I think out of black folks, our mentality is, man, if I go up there, the police gonna fuck with me. If I go sit up on the shop on the corner, they gonna fuck with me. So that hinders us from doing that.
That's the oppression.
And don't want to be seen neither. A lot of them don't want to be seen out there doing it.
Yeah. But even the boy with the ices, I thought the same thing about him. I'm like, damn, he ain't gonna be here long. Look at boy,
he holding on.
I seen him last night, boy.
He holding on, boy. I seen it.
Hey, boy.
Yeah.
He was out there this morning.
Yeah.
This morning I was moving kind of early.
Hey, he's so solidified out there selling them ices. I got pulled over at the car wash in front of him.
Oh,
they ain't bother him. They fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? So he
crazy.
in there.
Yeah, man, we gotta, but I think, man, we can get, like a business accelerator program. We can start introducing people to business. Then, like you said, man, then we can start working on collaborating in group economics, man. Until we do that, man, the lesson is Greenville City, this up close and personal. And if we don't start learning the lessons of that soon, well, we about to be at the point of no return. Yeah. It ain't but so much land. Yeah,
exactly. But we getting pushed out to like all the outskirts. Can we restart out there, or do we need to leave Greenville alone and restart on the outskirts?
To me, the people that's moving to like West Shows and Duncan and all these places like this, they all in to get out there. It ain't like they moving out there and they got a surplus of money where they gonna start a business.
Oh, okay. They took everything they had to get out there.
It's a necessity to get out here. Yeah, this was all that was left. You know what I mean?
He said they all in to get out there.
They need somewhere to stay, don't
they? Need somewhere to stay, man.
So we can't start up out there though. Start a new thing.
Well, I'm quite sure it's gonna need service. They're gonna need service, but this is another thing. I hate to be critical. I'm just critiquing the situation. Our foresight. Mm-hmm. For business, you know what I mean? Like, okay, just like you saying, they're gonna need services out there for everything eventually.
Yeah.
But this is a part of the problem too. Resources. A lot of black businesses can't afford to go out there and not make money for 6 months. They need to be turning a profit
as soon as they get there. As soon as they get the ground running.
And by the time they get there and it's already a need for whatever the services, then it's either somebody there or the price. The market, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And the market growing, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's growing, man. But, that's why, man, I kind of changed lanes and started mentoring kids a little bit more, man, because great Frederick Douglass got a saying that it's easier to build strong children than it is to repair broken men.
That's real.
Yeah, man. And if we don't start teaching these youngsters, man, about, financial literacy and, how to, economically empower themselves, man, then they gonna be left out, man. They gone. Another thing we talk about is vocations. We trying to bring that back. All of us grew up in the time where the vocational jobs was really people from our community, the brick masons, the concrete layers. Down my neighborhood, Boot Walker, I even worked with him laying bricks as a kid. Mr. S.T. Parks and Joe Parks, they had concrete businesses and a lot of people down there, you know what I'm saying? And I'm quite sure in y'all neighborhood, but we got away from vocations, and that's where the money at, man. I talked to one of my young boys today, man, and he getting a swimming pool built at his house. He's so forward thinking. He's like, man, look here, I'm going to start learning how to build swimming pools and get my contract license so I can start putting them in, Because guess what he realized? A lot of swimming pools getting ready to start being... This the kind of money that's coming through here.
Yeah, that's the real money.
Well, that's the kind of money coming through here. And they putting them in them forward thinking.
Forward thinking, man.
Because they putting them in the backyard of them subdivisions now.
Yes, sir.
Talking to the little HOA, getting approved, and boom, they there.
Yeah, man.
But that's some real money coming down through here.
Oh, yeah, man.
Got some real money coming on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to Scott Adams, too, man. Scott Adams, Adams Trucking, man. He one of our sponsors. I can't forget him also. Good brother, man. He helped us out a lot. Still helping us out.
So how does somebody become a sponsor with you? How work?
Well, now we starting soliciting donations since we 501c3, and we got a campaign going, solicitation. We always have like events at the center where we sell food, and we have our pop-up shops. On my Facebook page, Bill Gibson, and the C.A.R.S page, we got our Cash App information. That just show you where I was at with it. I got a Cash App.
Yeah.
I ain't even got chime. They be like, we got chime. I ain't got chime.
Yeah.
But we in the process of that. We do have a bank account now with Truist Bank,
Okay.
the Life Project, and they can just reach out to me, man. I'm on Facebook, Bill Gibson, and the Life Project is a group page you can reach out to. And we located at 1001 Green Avenue, 29605. You can't miss us. Doc and Lotta B. Gibson Service Center. And, yeah, man, just get in contact with us. We appreciate all the support we can get. And not just monetarily, man. We need volunteers, too. One thing that I think makes our program good is that most of the people that volunteer in our organization, they got lived experience.
Okay.
You know, they done had DJJ in action.
Okay.
You know, the young boy, the millionaire young boy, he been to DJJ. You understand what I'm saying? So when he get up there and talk, you know what I mean, they listen, you know what I mean? And myself and pretty much all our volunteers, so we need good volunteers. And, yeah, man, we appreciate all the help we can get.
What's your next event you got coming up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Anything?
The mentoring program is starting back up actually September the 2nd. We had a story ran on Fox the other night. I don't know if y'all saw it or not.
Yeah.
They said September the 1st, but it's September the 2nd. That's going to be our mentoring program for the fall, and that's going to run from September to December. And then right now, man, we focused on voter education, voter registration with the Community Council for Progress. Sunday, we're going to be at Phyllis Wheatley.
Okay.
Sunday, we're going to be at Phyllis Wheatley from 4 to 7. We're registering voters. We're giving out voter registration information. We're giving out T-shirts, Black Voters Matter T-shirts, buttons, badges. And we're just trying to get as many people registered as possible. We're working on transportation also on election day, because we know this is a very important election. A lot of people say that, well, the national don't really impact our community, but this election here nationally will impact all poor and minority communities one way or another. So, yeah, we really into that right there. And then we always over there at the center, man, if you got a family member that may be struggling with substance abuse, they want to go to detox, treatment, transition housing, they can reach out to us, the C.A.R.S Project, Facebook page, or they can come by the office, 1001 Green Avenue, 29605, and we are a resource and referral center for substance abuse treatment and transitional housing. Mm-hmm. And if you need Narcan, we provide Narcan. We also have a syringe program. We give out syringes because we realize that HIV and Hep C, man, disproportionately impact our community. You know what I'm saying? We got high rates of folks dying in our community. So we pass out needles, and we just try to do whatever we can fill. That's what we try to be at.
That's great, man. That's great.
Hey, man. Bill, man, we appreciate you coming through, man. We need more brothers like you, man.
Oh, it's a blessing. Yeah. Thank you.
And I'm going to shout out D. Jackson. D. Jackson, the one who really was the liaison in putting this together, because D, I don't know if you following me or not, but I keep running to you at QT. So I ran into her at QT, and she told me, she said, man, y'all got to get goddamn Bill Gibson on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to Denise Jackson.
Yeah, Denise. Hey, we love you, Denise, man. Hey,
she always support us.
Yeah, she always support.
Shout out to Jackson.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me on, man. I love what y'all doing. I love this format. I'm biting. I'm taking notes right now. I'm taking pictures. You know what I mean? And one day, hopefully, we can get all y'all on Life After the Game podcast, man.
That'll be great.
Get the people some game.
That'll definitely be great.
Hey, man, you already know, man. Y'all want to hear us speak on anything, TalkIsTalk165@gmail. Talk Is Talk on Facebook. Talk Is Talk Podcast on IG. Talk Is Talk 1 on Twitter. Talk Is Talk on TikTok. We out.
That's what's up. I appreciate you.
Hey, is this thing on? Madden. Talk is talk. Talk is cheap. I talk cause I walk the walk when I run the streets. I pay my dues. True OG. Say what you say, never to my face. Nigga, you know me. Talk is cheap. I talk cause I walk the walk when I run the streets. I pay my dues, true OG. Say what you say, never to my face, nigga, you know me, you know me, you know me.